a church retreat. A church retreat, a 3-day silent homes retreat. I do it every year. It's fantastic. It's like it's complete spiritual cleansing. It's great. Yeah. I mean, it's. When was the last time you went 3 days without talking? I mean, at one point, like
well, I'm an introvert, so I probably don't.
Oh, you may have, yeah, but
not in that sense. That you get all of the
yeah. Well, you're just praying. It takes me about halfway through just for the noise.
Ryan's car wasn't here, so I don't know if he's. I assume he's coming. Okay.
He's not going to be here?
No, his car wasn't here yet.
Yeah.
But we'll wait.
Mike was here just a second ago. Yeah. Maybe he's communicating with him.
Okay. I'll start on it. Yeah.
Okay. Whose turn is it to pray?
I'll go ahead and lead the prayer.
You'll do it? Okay. I'll call this meeting to order. All three commissioners are present. The meeting was properly posted on September 1st. Commissioner Calvi will lead us in our prayer and pledge.
If you please stand. Dear Father in heaven, we ask your blessings upon us today. We thank you for the blessing of living in a country where we are free to meet and deliberate upon matters for the public good, and which we are able to express ourselves and work together for your good. We ask your blessing upon all those present today. We especially ask your prayers for the family of Sergeant Swartz, including his son Austin and daughter-in-law Kim. We ask your continued blessings and healing on Deputy Mark Johns and on Deputy Melody Norton. And we just ask your blessings upon all those who are hurting, particularly those in our Sheriff's Department. We thank you for the excellent work they do for the county to keep us safe, and we know that they are hurting, Lord. We ask your healing upon all of them. And we ask in each in our own way to pray. I ask in the name of Jesus Christ, our Son, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Please face the flag. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. My apologies for my tardiness. Is there a motion for the minutes of August 15th and August 24th?
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. District 3.
So I want to, we have a resolution here recognizing the life and ultimate sacrifice and service of Sergeant Bobby Swartz. And we have with us here, I want to acknowledge our Sheriff, Tommy Johnson, Under Sheriff Jim Anderson, and quite a few of our Sheriff's Department employees. And first, before we go on to the resolution, let us all please acknowledge all of them who are present here, as well as those who are out on the job, keeping us safe, and thank them for their service. Obviously, this is a difficult time for all of us at the county, particularly those at the sheriff's office, when one of their own, and we often talk about a county family, and one of our own was slain in the line of duty, just doing his job. And I thought it was appropriate that we recognize Sergeant Schwartz with a resolution. And so, with your indulgence, I'll go ahead and read the resolution, and then we'll vote on it. So, whereas the Oklahoma County Board of County Commissioners seeks to honor the life and ultimate sacrifice made by Sergeant Robert Bobby Schwartz in service to the people of Oklahoma County, and whereas on January 15th, 1964, Bobby's life began in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This life would develop to become a loving son, brother, uncle, father, an outstanding coworker, friend, neighbor, public servant, and in the end, a hero. Whereas in December of 1997, Robert Schwartz joined the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Department, serving at the Oklahoma County Jail. Whereas during his 25 years of service to the Sheriff's Department, Sergeant Schwartz served in various departments and capacities. Eventually, he would be promoted to sergeant, a position he described as being, quote, the best job in the world, end quote. In every role that he served, he reflected a calm, loving, and gentle spirit that was appreciated by everyone around him. And whereas Sergeant Schwartz's occupation wasn't just a job to him, his work went beyond his job duties. It landed on a tender heart that deeply cared for the people of Oklahoma County on a very human level. Sergeant Schwartz devoted both his professional and personal time serving the children and families in which his assignments introduced him. And whereas beyond his professional role, Sergeant Schwartz was a devoted father and grandfather. He will be dearly missed by his colleagues, but even more by the family and friends who adored and cherished his friendship and love. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of Oklahoma County recognizes and celebrates the legacy of selflessness and full-hearted devotion lived through the life and ultimate service of Sergeant Robert Schwartz. Well done, good and faithful servants. And unless there are any questions or other remarks, I'll go ahead and move the item, but certainly, Commissioners, if you'd like to say something.
I think all of us, and I think all the elected officials were able to attend the service last week, and it was a beautiful service. A lot of support from the law enforcement community. A lot. It was pretty incredible to see. So I am happy that you put this on here so that we could formally recognize Sergeant Schwartz and his service to our county. This is not something we ever want to do, but when it happens, we will certainly take the time to honor this many, many years of service that he gave to this community. So,
likewise, it was an emotional service, and the graveside tributes were, I think, probably even the most touching of all. And so I was privileged to be able to be there. And I thank you all for making us proud, because we had a big television screen on us constantly for that entire week. And I didn't hear about any one blip or any one embarrassing thing. Everybody just talked about the valor and the pride of our law enforcement, and nobody made a comment or acted out of turn, and it just was a complete 100% grade on everything, and it just really made me proud to be affiliated with you. And so thank you for, I know it's emotional and it's hard and it's going to continue to be hard, but you just took it on with courage the entire time, and it was reflected and noted, and I thank you all. And of course, in my talks with Austin Schwartz, his son, I again just want to say I'm so sorry for his loss. And from my friend Mark Johns, I'm praying for him frequently and hope that he gets better. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And before we do vote, I did want to also note that I mentioned in the prayer, but Deputy Johns and Deputy Norton, we are very proud of you all too. very much so.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you, and we are praying for continued healing.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I don't know if the sheriff wanted to speak or anybody on the behalf of the sheriff's office.
Once again, thank you all for this resolution. It means a lot to the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. It means a lot to the Swartz family. One thing I would like to do is thank this board for closing down the courthouse so that all of our members could show up and attend attend our funeral for our friend. So I want to thank you all as well. And just beautiful to see these guys and gals behind us. I'm so blessed to serve them. Just sad times, but we will get through it and we will come out better on the other side, and stronger than ever. So with that, I thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheriff.
All right, we have Mr. Work here for us on item 3.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you wanted to or not. Excuse me, Mr. Work. I think we're taking a photograph.
Okay. If all of you from the Sheriff's Department would come on down here, please.
Okay, Mr. Work, I'm sorry about that. Are
Oh,
we doing original signatures on all these stamps? Is that
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. My name is Kelly Work, and I am appearing before you this morning as counsel to the Oklahoma County Finance Authority. And as you all know, the Oklahoma County Finance Authority is a public trust that has Oklahoma County as its beneficiary, and it was created in 1983 for the purposes broadly to encourage and promote economic development for Oklahoma County, including with respect to educational facilities. So the Oklahoma County Finance Authority is permitted under law to issue bonds for financing of qualified projects, and the authority received an application from the Deer Creek Public School District and considered that at their meeting on August 29th and adopted a resolution approving what will be a lease revenue bond issue for the Deer Creek Public School District, not to exceed the amount of $96,260,000. And under the law, of course, approval is required by the beneficiary, by Oklahoma County. So we're here before you for your consideration of the resolution approving the proposed lease revenue bond issue. With me here today are Dr. Cordell Eric, who is the Chief Financial Officer for the Deer Creek Public School District, and I'll ask him to come up in just a moment to provide you with some further information about the projects that this proposed bond issue will fund. And then also present is Jordan Smith with Stephen Smith Corporation. Jordan is serving as a financial advisor for the project. And then also present is Terry Hawkins with the Phillips Murrah Law Firm. And Terry is serving as bond counsel on the project. The I'll have asked Dr. Eric to talk with you a little bit more about the election and about the specific projects. But just for your information, the project is scheduled for a closing, of course, subject to your approval for later this week. So with that, let me call on Dr. Eric and have him give you some information about the projects and the bond election that was held in February. Thank you.
Doctor?
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for your time. Want to share a little bit. The bond was voted and approved on February 8th. We had, for this proposition, it was over 72%. So we had a lot of community support that went with that. In that, the projects that this bond includes help to meet our needs for growth. This year, we're already up a little over 500 students. I think this morning I saw 507 new students. So we are trying to keep up with the growth that's happening rapidly in our school district. We are building a new middle school, a new elementary school. We're expanding at 3 of our elementaries, not just classrooms, but additional safe rooms, and then also expanding cafeterias, because as we get larger, it's harder for us to make sure the students have what they need that go with that. Those are the major projects for expansion that we're looking for today. So again, just come to you for your approval, and thank you for your time this morning.
Well, you just built a new elementary school just a couple of years ago, and a new middle school just last year, right? Just opened.
Yeah, we had a 4th and 5th grade center that we've done that, and that is currently around 1,200 students.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just lots of growth out there, and of course we try to keep up with you on the roads and all that. In fact, as you know, you'll be getting the roundabout in front of the high school.
Yes, we will.
It's a big year for
Yes.
for Deer Creek vis-a-vis the county, but I think it's excellent. This is exactly the type of thing that the Oklahoma County Finance Authority is meant to do. So, unless there are questions, I'm going to go ahead and move the item.
You said 507 new students. Is that purely just new families moving into the district?
Yeah, we're seeing rapid growth, new housing developments in the Oklahoma City part of that area specifically, and then also still in the county growth. Yeah, we're seeing it. We had a slight dip during COVID, but not much. Our valuation growth is significant this year. We're almost at 12%. So we're seeing a lot of houses coming in and development, which is exciting, knowing that our market's always changing in our current season. But yeah, so those are new families to yeah.
Okay. And no other questions? Then Kelly, you're through with your presentation?
Yes, sir, unless you all have additional questions.
Okay.
One last question. What's your time frame? Assuming this is approved today, what's your time frame?
We would start projects as soon as this month, actually, to do that. And then we would be looking to close everything and open the new middle school, I believe, in the fall of 25 is when it would be complete, depending on, of course, construction, supply things.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Thank you all.
Thank you all for being here. Okay, our reoccurring items. Opening of the bids.
Good morning. We have bid CW 23022-1 for grocery products, and we received one bid from Go Fresh.
Is that it?
That's it.
Is there a motion that be tabulated and returned?
I'll move it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Chantel.
I have for you a recommendation for CW 23027 correctional clothing rebid. Much like the grocery bid, these are being chopped up into smaller pieces in order to get more vendor participation. So this one for correctional facility clothing only, we received 6 bids. Based upon final evaluation, I'm recommending award to the lowest bidder per line item. And that goes to Shoe Corporation, Victory Supply, Ball Barker Company, and Charm Tex. And this
All right.
serves our juveniles, their clothing at the correctional facility.
Is there a motion?
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any changes to the blanket?
No changes.
Is there a motion?
I will move approval of our blanket purchase orders.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I notice, Mr. Chairman, that the sheriff is still here. Are you here for the radio item? Sheriff, for 34? I wonder owners so that if they can, to enable them to get back out where they would prefer to be, no doubt. I wonder if we could take up item 34.
Okay. 34.
Just as described, it's a project that we're trying to piece together some old data that predates what I call the Great Divorce between the sheriff's office and the jail. It's going to allow us to do some things much more easily in the future in terms of open records requests, discovery things, responding to different lawsuits where there's a significant amount of a wide date span in the information. So it's all being funded through a grant that's been previously approved by this board. This is not a replacement for the other project that I believe is running through the district attorney's office right now to update some files. It's related, but it's not a replacement for. So it's something that's going to set us up for a few years down the road to be able to grab information from a historical reference and provide it much easier than when we can.
Does that include mugshots?
That I don't know that. I think that's already automated, I believe.
Okay.
I think that's easy, but typically the mugshots aren't the stuff that we have problems with.
Right.
It's inmate records and site check records and things like that from when we still had the jail.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion?
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll return to item 7. The claims. Is there a motion to approve the claims?
I'll move we approve our claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Are we good? Okay. Consent. Is there any individual consideration? If not, is there a motion to approve the docket?
I'll move approval of our consent docket.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The clerk. Danny, do you want to go over these?
All right, number 23 is a contract with Nelson Law Firm. Statutes allow our office to contract with outside law firms. This would be a new contract, same amount as we had last year, in the amount of $3,000 a month as a monthly retainer. Kevin Nelson comes highly recommended, and his law firm. I know he's got an extensive government experience background, which we think will be very beneficial for our office.
And this is just to replace the previous contract that dropped off.
That is correct. Yes,
It's
sir.
the same amount.
Correct.
Any questions?
I'm not familiar with Nelson Law Firm. Are they here in Oklahoma City?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
He was a longtime fixture at the state capitol.
Oh, okay. I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 24 is just an annual renewal of abstractor's bond.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same with item 25.
And I'll move approval on item 25.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And item 26 just comes to our office to be received by this board.
I'll move to receive.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
District Attorney. This is to allow the DA's office to sign a joint defense agreement between the Board of Commissioners and the County Jail Trust Authority. Is that right? Okay. Any other questions? Is there a motion?
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Stacy.
Item 28, District 2 is going to participate in the equipment revolving fund and purchase a hydraulic excavator.
Which we need. So if there's no questions, I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number of items here from policy and governance. This is funding for, are you wanting to speak to that, Miles? Okay.
This is all ARPA, right? Okay.
Are there any of them that you do have questions as you look at the items 29 through 33?
No questions. I would say item 33 is much welcomed. There's been a issue with radio communication for some of the smaller police departments out in East Oklahoma County in particular. And my understanding is that this will resolve that issue. And this has been brewing for how many years? Quite a few.
Yeah.
So this is a great, not that the other programs aren't also good. I'm sure they are, but that one I know has been kind of a difficulty for law enforcement, including the departments in those areas for quite some time. So just a comment.
You just want to run through the list real quick, Miles, then we'll vote on them as a whole. The Juvenile Bureau, Security Transportation.
This is for 2 vehicles, correct? There she is, Jamie. What's the next one?
The roof replacement at the detention center.
Yep, that's just going to be
Self-evident.
It's currently leaking on top of all the investments that we made in HVAC, so that's to protect that investment.
Then the ceiling, existing metal roof at the detention center, same thing.
That's lower level. Yep, that's the one over the entrance as you walk in.
Then the homeless navigator at social services.
I'll let
Is that
her,
the washing?
would you like to speak to that?
This is just allowing us to have a part-time person to work with our staff who work with the homeless population. They're so incredibly busy. This gives them some support in what they're doing.
Awesome. Well, I'm very happy to see this because I know that the needs of our homeless population and the number of people experiencing homelessness has gone up significantly in the last few years.
Very much so.
So,
This is a much-needed item.
yes.
I appreciate it. I'm going to vote for it. I would just one word of caution: using one-time funds to fund something that we think is going to be ongoing. We should be cautious about that. No reason not to vote yes on this today, but just to be aware of that going forward, because ARPA is not a forever deal. So
just so you're aware, we previously had this position, and
can you give the mic?
Correctly, the reason that we no longer have that position is that there were questions of legality and whether or not we statutorily had the authority to do so.
I see. Okay.
Is that correct, Aaron?
Never had this.
No,
Okay. Well,
Christy, you said you've never had this position?
we've never had any position like this.
We have 2 staff currently who work with this population. This is a new position that is part-time to help support what they do.
Okay.
well,
Well, I really have concerns because I've never known when we could use special revenue for. Do you have concerns just hearing that off the top of your head, Aaron?
I don't have enough information. I don't know that was Richard involved in reviewing this.
We do have authority with ARPA funds to spend ARPA funds to follow federal guidelines. There was a new state law passed that says we do not have to. We can spend ARPA funds the way they were intended.
right. My concern is not. I don't
Right.
think there's a legal issue. I'm just saying going forward,
Right.
we should be, having spent 12 years in state government,
Right.
trust me, the state does this kind of stuff all the time, and that's what causes budget shortfalls up there. So this is not a high dollar item. I'm not concerned about this one particular. I'm just saying in toto, when we're looking at ARPA, we should be cautious about
Right.
ongoing things being funded out of one-time revenues. It's not a reason at all to vote against this. I plan to vote for it. In fact, I'm going to, if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to move all those items jointly. I just, that is, and I'm confident it's a needed function as well. So just wanted to be, cautious as we do this.
Commissioners, just so you're aware, every item that is before you today was greenlit by the ARPA consultants.
Right.
So they completely vetted and gone through each one of those before they were ever presented to policy and governance. So.
Good.
With that, I will move items 29 through 33.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.
We've handled 34. Social services, Christie, do you want to take it while you're here?
Sure. Item 34 is a renewal of the annual agreement that we have with Embark for Route 19, which provides bus service to the northeast quadrant of the county.
Okay.
And I do want to put on record that this provides bus service to Mary Mahoney,
Yes.
which is, I think, the only medical clinic out in that community and is used quite frequently.
And if you have specific questions about this, we have two gentlemen that are with Embark who are here to answer any questions that you might have. So,
I don't. Do you?
No.
You? Okay. And what about 36? Your pharmacy?
yeah, 36. The last update that we have had to this policy was in 2009. So this item is for approval to update that policy to bring it current.
Okay, is there a motion to approve 35 and 36?
I'll move approval of both those items.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any commissioner comments, District 1?
Thank you, Christy. No comments.
3?
None.
All right. I will say that we're having a new Shine documentary, and the premiere will be on October 18th, and Oklahoma City Community College has agreed to host it for us. This is exciting, but I understand, unfortunately, that coincides with your debate that night, so I apologize that that occurs, but everyone's welcome. At 6:30, it's just a half-hour film, and it's exciting, and hopefully this will be broadcast on OETA. That is the hope, anyway. All right, is there a motion to recess into any new business? Is there a motion to recess into executive session?
I'll move we recess.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, is there a motion to return to regular session?
I'll move we return.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 41 is the contract with juvenile in the state of
I
Oklahoma.
think that's 40. Yeah, item 40 is that contract.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 40.
This one, I would move that we do authorize the chairman to sign the ratification agreement from OJA, currently dated August 9th, in the amount of $2,005,098.93. And then as far as further contract negotiations to proceed as discussed.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I'd like to thank Commissioner Bloomert and her staff, Mr. Blau and Mr. Compton, for their excellent work once again on this contract. So, thank you all.
41.
Move that we disclaim subject to any unpaid taxes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And on item 42, I would move that we authorize the district attorney's office on behalf of the county to engage in litigation against the parties involved in this.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any citizens who wish to speak before the commission? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The reason I think that there's so many things on that day is because
What day is your debate?
The 18th.
Where's it at? Okay. Who's hosting it? Non-doc? Okay. We're the same. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's trying.
okay. I'll call the PBA together. It has all three trustees present. It was properly posted on September 1st. Is there a motion to approve August 15th minutes?
I would make that motion if I could get in.
Oh, you're still jammed out.
Yeah, same here. I'm getting some error
There we go.
message. Try again. Okay, now it's good.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Item number 1. Oh. Thank you. I'll move we approve our minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
I will move we approve our claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Regarding item 3, Keith, have the rental of our spaces picked up? I know they went down during COVID when not as many members of the public were coming down here.
Yes, and we just recently lost 100 spaces that we had rented in bulk to ONG. That's nearly $120,000 annually. So I'm happy to get these 4 spots, a few at a time here.
So
No longer have a waiting list.
We have a waiting list for some places in the parking garages, certainly in the basement of Metro 1, but no longer in Metro 1 or 2 at all.
And did ONG cancel those spots because their employees are working remote?
There were a number of reasons. They didn't have as many employees down here, employees out in the field, and then they found that they weren't being used to the fullest extent. So
Is that ONG or OG&E?
that's ONG.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many spots does OG&E lease from us?
They have the first, second, and third floors dedicated to their use, and then others in Metro 1 and 2, and I don't know the exact number today.
Well, I'll move approval on item 3.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any citizens wishing to speak before the PBA? Hearing none, any board comments? If not, is there any new business? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.